I am Sergeant Egesa Eugene from General Service Unit, JSU Solio Camp. Mine is just very simple and very brief. My request is on strength establishment of General Service Unit platoon formation. As for now, strength establishment ya GSU iko very low, ya kwamba we have a very minimal deployment ambayo tuko na less officers in the platoon. Na Bwana CS, I request that if you can do some more recruitment of new officers to give us backup in our strength so that we can effect our security services very well. Number two, we are being faced with this issue of pending leaves. Many officers have not proceeded for their annual leave for a long period of time, because if we give all officers with pending leaves, we shall remain with camps without personnel. So we also request that if you can effect some more deployments on our platoons, we can deliver our services very well. On the other issue of transport of police officers, we request that if you can lease more vehicles to our platoon so that we can have enough transport while deploying our officers on duty. Most of our vehicles are grounded because of old age, and we don't have new vehicles as for now. So we request that you can consider us on transport support. Thank you very much and be blessed.
Tumpigie makofi vizuri. Moja, asante sana, amechukua nusu dakika. Nataka afuatwe na DCI who Chief Inspector Samuel Maiyo. I wish you can emulate what he has done.
Our Chief Guest, Honorable Onesimus Kipchumba Murkomen, EGH, CS Interior and National Administration, sir. Allow me, sir, to stand on the protocols already established. Everybody, good evening. As you have heard, my name is Chief Inspector Samuel Maiyo, Officer in charge DCI Murkomen Sub-County, sir. And sir, I take this opportunity to thank you for allowing me this opportunity to stand before you so that I can raise some issues that have been raised by my colleagues in the DCI. So the first point, ambapo naona it's almost everybody ameongelea ni mambo ya AI. So we are requesting that AI to be enhanced so that we can it can assist us to discharge our duties. Because with these AIs, it can assist us to at least give our officers something when they are going on duties outside. Because as DCI, most of our duties is not even within our sub-counties. We find ourselves traveling almost all over the Republic and looking for suspects that might have committed some crimes within our sub-counties. Another issue, sir, is about the imbalance of the personnel. Sir, you might, in my office, for example, I have 6 officers. In these 6 officers, 4 of them are NCOs with 2 constables. And ideally, corporals or the NCOs are supposed to supervise the constables. But now it is the other way around. Now 4 corporals are supervising 2 constables. So sir, I wish that one to be looked into so that that imbalance can be rectified. Another issue, sir, is about the offices. The offices that we are using, like for my example, in my case, I am housed in just one unit. I and my officers are in that one unit. So you find me in that unit with the officers. You may not know who is the boss in this in that office. Also, when members of the public want to see me in private, sometimes it is awkward telling my officers, just move out, I want to talk to this member of public. So sir, we are requesting so that can be looked into. Another issue is about the mobility. Everybody here has talked about it. That's another issue that most of us don't have vehicles. Here in Nyeri County, from the Mukurweni and Tetu, we don't have motor vehicles. So we are requesting, we heard that there are some motor vehicles that are on the way coming. I hope I and Tetu will be considered so that we might, we can offer the services that are required of us. Another issue is about the medical scheme. I had my colleague Mwangi talking about it. On my side, it's about the limits that you are being given. You might find that you go to the hospital, and then in the middle of the medication during the day, you are told your limit has been exhausted. So go back home, come tomorrow. You log in again so that you can be treated. And sometimes you might find that somebody is so sick, he requires the medication. So we are requesting when we are signing these contracts, such issues should be looked into. Another issue is about officers who are due for retirement. So we are requesting those officers who are due for retirement to be transferred to their own sub-counties so that they can prepare for their exit smoothly. That one, if it can be looked into, it can be also a morale booster. Another issue that I was sent by the officers, by the junior officers, is about the graduate officers. So we know in the last recruitment, we had recruitment of direct entry inspectors who are graduates. So we are requesting, before we go for those officers from the from outside, can we just exhaust the graduates that we have in our system? As I finish, because I see my time is up. In other commissions, mostly like the Judicial Service Commission and the Parliamentary Service Commission, we find out that the chairpersons of those commissions normally are the heads of those institutions. So we are requesting, even in our National Police Service Commission, why can maybe the law be changed or be changed so that our IG can be the chairman of the National Police Service Commission to prevent whatever we saw recently in the parliament, which it does not augur well. It does not bring the good picture of the government well, sir. So in that, also, sir, before I sit down, I want to commend you and to thank you for looking into the promotions of the officers who have been in service for long. But sir, I will also wish to request that you escalate that also further, because also we have chief inspectors who have been in that rank for over 10 years, so that even them can feel they are accommodated in whatever is being done to other officers, sir. For those few and many remarks, sir, thank you so much, and thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much, Samuel. As I invite Chief Inspector Jackson K. Masharia, may the following also come on this side. Esther Wangeshi, Chief Inspector KWS, and Deborah Mungata, Base Commander. Karibu.
Honorable Cabinet Secretary, Interior, Inspector General, National Police Service, Deputy Inspector General, Administration, Police, and all protocols observed, good citizen of Nyeri County, my fellow officers, good evening. I am Chief Inspector Kirada Masharia, Sub-County AP Commander, Madera East, the gateway to Nyeri County. Sir, this evening, as I stand before you, I would beg to share with you this deliberation by the Administration Police Fraternity of Nyeri County, and I'll try as much as I can not to be redundant, and I will avoid repeating the points that have already been said. Now, for us to move forward as a police service, we need first to win the public trust and confidence. How will we do that? First, in the National Police Service Act of 2011, there's a provision, section 41, that recommends the establishment of the County Police Authority that will bring in several stakeholders, including businessmen, the youth, special groups, and security agencies in managing county security matters. Such authority will help us in managing crises that, like the one we saw during the Gen Z demonstrations. Another thing we need to do to win the public trust and confidence is to train police leadership on visibility and approachability, how to be approachable by the members of community. Number two, sir, I would like to tackle the issue of police welfare. I will skim through the items because so many of them have been said, like the promotion and but when we come to issues like transfers, there is one point I would like to mention. Sir, when police officers are going for transfer, the officers from the administration police recommended that their disturbance allowances be processed in time before they are released from the current station, moving to the next one. Another issue our officers recommended is the extension of maternity leave for lady officers from current 3 months to 6 months if possible, sir. Another issue that was recommended is the refinement of the group life insurance, which covers police officers who are injured during in line of their work. Another issue that was recommended, sir, is the in-service graduates. Please consider them when we are hiring cadets before we go for fresh entries. There was another recommendation, sir, that Kieni West Sub-County falls under hardship areas in other ministries, departments, and agencies. It was a recommendation by our police officers that even for us, the sub-county be classified as a hardship area and allowances for the same be reflected. Lastly, sir, without saying much, I would like to recommend that there be a continuous training in issues of panic management, public order, and emotional intelligence in police. That one will enable us to handle charged crowd and to manage crisis in a better and democratic way. Thank you, sir.
Asante sana Masharia. Bob Kikosi.
To our chief guest, Honorable Kipchumba Murkomen, thank you for gracing us with your presence. I'll touch on a few issues, but first of all, sir, I want to be appreciative of the efforts the government through our president, William Ruto, through your ministry, and through our various departments have put into looking at the remunerations of our officers. Sir, we are grateful for the efforts that your ministry is making to make sure that our various officers and their remunerations are looked into. Nimeshapapasa sasa mzazi, wacha sasa nianze malilio. Afande, sorry sir. The issue with medical insurance, sir, I won't touch on the officers' side because a lot has been talked about, and as prison service, we are also facing the same challenges as the police officers and various officers. Yangu tu ni wafungwa afande. We are facing challenges regarding registration of inmates afande to the SHA. The SHA Act afande for inaruhusu use of prisoners ID. But afande ukienda hapo kujaribu kuregister hizo ma IDs kuna shida Mr. Our CS. kuna shida kubwa sana. And there is also, when we transfer our inmates to various prisons around the country, kuna shida because tukitoa mfungwa hapa tumpeleke hata Naivasha, kuta shida akienda huko hata tibiwa because the OTPs, when the OTPs azikuji in time afande. There is also, we are requesting, sir, that we may look into the change of the monthly to annual premiums wafungwa hapa. Kuna issue kubwa sana because our stations already, we are stretched on the budget, and making it to be an annual premium afande, we are requesting that most of their fees may be waived. We are also we are requesting afande the upgrade of our prison system. The security, the CCTV installations for as our maximum security hapa Nyeri, tuko na Nyeri maximum security, to be able to surveil our inmates wetu, to be able to look into the security issues. We are requesting for upgrade of our security services. Anamaliza afande. We are requesting afande pia in our prison industries to be looked at. Kuna hii maneno ya trade test ya wafungwa. We deal with rehabilitation and reformation. And tangu NGOs watu wache afande hatujaifanya trade test za wafungwa, tumwa demoralize. So tuna request kama funding inaweza kuwa increased afande, iangaliliwe hizo maneno za trade test. Thank you.
Thank you so much Kigose. Nataka Esther Wangechi kuja hapa, na akikuja hapa nataka Sub County Police Commander Edwin Mugera na DCC Agnes Karoki wakuja hapa.
Thank you, sir. Our chief guests, CS, all protocols observed. Habari zenu wote. My name is Esther Wangechi, working with Kenya Wildlife Service. I'm KWS Warden, Community Warden, Nyeri County. Sir, I would wish to thank you and the office for the good work that you have done. I would wish to talk about the compensation issues, which ni changamoto to the community. But however, we are grateful for the few who have been paid, but it still remains a challenge because the community feels that they are not really paid on time. So we would really wish to request for a consistency in the compensation payments, and also to make it easier for the community so as at least they can benefit or we are able to say sorry for the human wildlife conflict. I would also wish to say that neighboring the protected areas ambazo ni Mount Kenya, Abadeas, Sangare Conservancy, ranches, there is an increase on human wildlife conflict cases in Nyeri County. Most affected, we know it is Kieni East and West because they neighbor the county, and they neighbor the protected areas, that is Mount Kenya and Abadeas. But we are trying our best. We do problem animal controls, proactive patrols. We also do trapping for livestock predations, translocations, where lastly in March we were able to move 8 elephants from Chaka and Sangare areas to Sabo West to reduce the conflict. And I wish to say that through the funding, we are happy because I'm sure the community now are at peace, though there are other emerging cases of elephants that are coming up from Olpajeta, coming through Solio and Sangare Ranch. Human wildlife cases have increased, and that gives us a big challenge, and that is due to the climate changes. The forest covers, I know in Nyeri there is a lot, because of the forest covers they are talking about. We have planted trees, and at the end of the day also it has become a challenge on the primates. That is the baboons, the vervet monkeys, the columbus, and the other type of monkeys, and the sykes. It has become a big challenge as a conflict to the community. However, even currently we have a challenge of columbus that before we knew that it was not a challenge. and that end up making a security threat to the community. We also have human death, human injuries from the communities by the elephants and the buffaloes. We still have another challenge of the CSR projects. We would wish you to continue funding or rehabilitating our budget so that at least we are able to have CSR projects just as a good way of giving back to the community who supports conservation, because we believe without the community there is no conservation. Sorry sir. Naomba muda kidogo tu sir. Okay. On the issue of the CSR projects, we would request that to be funded so as we can be able to give back to the communities and also to have a way of sharing the revenues that we get in our protected areas. We would also want to talk about the constraints, budget constraints that give us a hard time because we have inadequate resources to do our works. That include the vehicles, fuel, gears or the code gears, PSC equipments that we require to scare the wildlife or the problem animals, the predator traps. And also, we would wish to request additional funds so that we are able to add predator traps and primate traps. That remains a real challenge in our area. Bushmeat also remains our big challenge, and we still require more resources to be able to facilitate to do the work. Thank you, sir. We look forward for your consideration.
Thank you, Wangeshi. Now, Peace Commander.